It's so easy to get caught up chasing the loudest stocks, right? The ones that are trending all over the place. But what if the real stories, the truly game-changing ones, are the ones not making all that noise?
And that's exactly what we're digging into today. We're going to look at a company that, well, it's not flashy at all, but it's quietly building the operating system for our entire physical economy.
Okay, so to really get what this company is all about, we first have to wrap our heads around this absolutely massive, but kind of invisible, problem it was built to solve.
Think about it. Every single day, there are millions of trucks, buses, and construction vehicles out there on our roads. They're basically the circulatory system of our entire economy.
And they're moving billions of tons of cargo. We're talking about the food we eat, the materials that build our cities. I mean, literally everything that keeps the modern world running.
So when you add all that up, you're looking at trillions, with a T, trillions of dollars in economic value in motion at any given moment. The scale is it's staggering.
Okay, but here's the crazy part, the really crucial point. For decades, even with all that immense value at stake, these critical operations have been running almost completely blind.
And for years, this kind of operational blindness, it was just normal. It was accepted as the cost of doing business. It meant wasted fuel, it meant risky driving that you just couldn't coach, and maintenance that only happened after something critical broke down. You add it all up, and we're talking billions in lost revenue every single year.
And this is where the story really starts to shift. Because that massive, accepted problem, well, it created an equally massive opportunity for a company that decided, you know what, we're going to wire the real world.
So meet Samsara, and no, this is not another social media app. This is a real-time operating system for the physical world. Think of it like a digital brain for fleets, for factories, and for all those field operations.
So how does it work? Well, the model is deceptively simple, but it's incredibly powerful. First, companies install the hardware. We're talking sensors and smart cameras into their vehicles and all their equipment. Second, that hardware streams a constant flow of data straight to the cloud. And third, this is the magic part, AI sifts through all that data to find the answers, the actionable insight.
And this really gets to the so what of it all, right? Because it's not just about tracking dots on a map. It's about turning all that raw data into actual decisions. Decisions that reduce fuel usage, that prevent accidents by spotting risky behavior. It can even predict when a vehicle needs maintenance before it breaks down. That's a game changer.
And just think about who needs this the most. We're talking about logistics giants, major construction firms, municipal fleets that run our cities. These are customers whose operations are absolutely essential. They simply cannot afford to fail.
So, we've talked about what they do, but let's get into why this is such a compelling business model. It all comes down to creating what investors absolutely love, a must-have product. And this right here, this cuts to the absolute core of their business. Look, a lot of tech products are just nice to have. If your favorite social media app goes down for an hour, okay, it's annoying. But what happens if a company's entire fleet operations platform fails? They start bleeding money by the second. Samsara is firmly in that must-have category.
This creates such a powerful dynamic. I mean, once a company integrates this level of visibility into their day-to-day operations, turning it off becomes almost unthinkable. It would literally mean going back to operating in the dark.
And what's the result of that? An incredibly sticky customer base. They don't leave. And for anyone looking at this as an investment, that is the sign of a really strong, defensible business, not just some fleeting trend.
Okay, now let's zoom out for a second. Because this story isn't just about one company. It's part of a much, much larger technological shift, what some people are calling the next great wave of digitization.
Just think about the major tech waves we've seen, right? First, software completely transformed the office. Then the cloud came along and transformed IT. The argument now is that the next huge wave is the combination of AI and the Internet of Things, IoT. And this wave is set to transform the entire physical world of roads, factories, and heavy machinery.
And this is exactly where Samsara has planted its flag. It sits right at that intersection of these powerful, long-term trends, applying AI and IoT directly to real-world physical assets. So you see, this isn't some short-term play. It's a bet on a decade-long transformation.
All right, so this brings us to our final section, and really to the core question that any investor looking at this space should be asking themselves.
So what is this future that Samsara is trying to build?
Well, it's a world where trucks don't just move, they think. It's a world where maintenance doesn't just react to failures, it predicts them. Where safety doesn't depend on luck, it's engineered. It's a future where businesses no longer have to guess about their own operations. They can just know.
And look, if that future actually plays out, Samsara isn't just another tech product. It becomes foundational. It becomes infrastructure, maybe as essential to commerce as the roads themselves.
And this just reframes the entire conversation, doesn't it? The question isn't, is this company famous today? No. The real question is this. When everyone else finally notices this massive shift happening, will this company already be miles and miles ahead? It's a powerful thought, right? It's a reminder that sometimes the biggest stories, well, they're the ones that whisper before they roar.